What's up, guys? Happy New Year's Day. Well, as I say here and record this for you, it is New Year's Day. So, um, back here in the Kilo Cave, very excited to be back here in the Kilo Cave. Hopefully, you guys had a great holiday season. Happy New Year's Eve, Happy New Year's Day, all that good stuff. I personally love the holidays, but at the same time, I'm very much looking forward to getting back in routine. I know it's always hard to kind of keep up with or stay on top of your training, stay on your schedule. That was never really a hard thing for me to do when I was training, hard and heavy for international teams and that kind of thing. These days it's a little bit more difficult, so I'm sure that's the same story for some of you guys. But we're into the new year. I know you guys survived it the best that you could, but it's time to move forward. It's time to push on into the program even further. So here we are for the Masters program. We're on week 5 of 14. I had to check my notes there. Week 5 of 14. First thing that sticks out at me this week is on Wednesday it's written, it's not really written any differently, but it's written in a way that indicates a lot more work than it looks, or it looks like a lot more work than it is. And the reason why is because just the way that I had to write in the mobility or the drills between sets. So don't let all those A, B, C, D, E, don't let that scare you. It's not really any more than it normally is. It just had to be written a little bit differently. All right. Next thing is the snatch. I told you a couple weeks ago, I've reminded you over the past couple weeks that we'll be progressing, the snatch and clean and jerk into more regular full snatch and clean and jerks, and you'll see that heading towards that with the first snatch that's in there for this week. This week we have a let's see where we have a squat snatch from the hip plus a squat snatch from the hang from above the knee. So we've been doing power. We start off with doing lots of hip power snatches. Combine that with hip power snatch and hip squat snatch. Done a couple different things, and now we're doing all squat snatches for that snatch day on what is normally Monday. So keep in mind that will continue to progress on down. As that changes through the coming weeks, I want to start trying to get you guys just more reps in, through one workout in a snatch, for example, through one workout in a clean, for example, throughout the whole week. We need to start getting a little bit more reps in, and maybe that's something that's been on some of your minds a little bit. Well, am I really getting enough reps in? Understand that was part of the plan the whole time, is to ease you into this stuff, get you familiar with the exercises that we're going to be doing, start making these adjustments, and then now we can start adding in a little bit more work. I'm going to try to set it up in a way that it doesn't really take you any more time, or doesn't take you that much more time. The workout as a whole, like I talked about in the beginning, won't go over that. Trying to not let it go over that total time frame. Again, for the Masters program, that's a big part of this. Is a big part of the focus and goal of this program is to get you in and out as quick as possible. So that goal will remain. But just in the coming weeks, be on the lookout for sneaking in a little bit more reps there. Okay. Check your PVC stretch. A lot of times when you do anything out of the front rack, whether it's a front squat or a clean, or it's a shoulder to overhead movement from the front rack, typically you have some front rack mobility. A lot of that's had to do with you using a PVC pipe. So make sure that you're watching the video and that you know for sure which PVC stretch I want you to be doing. There's a couple that are very similar there, obviously, and make sure you know which one we want there. That being said, there's always mobility between sets. A lot of the stuff that we do, I've talked about this before, and I want to remind you again, even in the warm-ups, the squat sequences, if you're starting to be more familiar with what is most in need for you as an individual, then start to switch those things out a little bit. One of the things that comes to mind immediately when I talk about that, and what actually sparked me to throw this in the discussion this week, was doing cat cows before your clean deadlift. So I'm sure for a lot of you guys, you get something out of that, and in general, again, it's in there because I think most people are going to benefit from that. But if you feel like you might get better quality in your clean deadlift from doing the internal hip pushes like we have been doing since the beginning on the snatch lift-offs on the extra credit day. So for you, those of you that have gotten the extra credit day in, and you know that you feel a difference in your snatch lift-offs when you do those, then you can start doing those on your clean deadlifts. If you haven't had the opportunity to do an extra credit day, again, it's not mandatory, it's not something that you have to get in, don't worry about it, but maybe you should try some internal hip pushes instead of the cat-cow. So just want to throw that out there, that thought out there. Take a look at that and see if there's something better for you. That being said, if it's not broke, don't fix it. If the cat-cows have been doing you good, then let's continue doing those, and we'll move forward. Clean deadlifts, you'll be progressing through those for another couple weeks, and we'll change it up a little bit. All right. Front squats this week are going towards the end. At the end of the week will be. Last week you did 6 sets of 2. This week will be 6 sets of 3. Remember, you're going to go 6 sets of 4 the following week, and then 6 sets of 5, and then 6 all the way up to 6 sets of 6. So it's going to get pretty ugly and pretty nasty. But I want you to go ahead and start programming that into your mind. Know that, hey, you may be struggling with 6 sets of 3 or even 6 sets of 2 last week, but you may be feeling like, well, I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do 6 sets of 5 or 6 sets of 6, but just stick with it. It's something that I've always felt every time I went through a cycle like this where I was doing 6 sets of 2, then 3, then 4, then 5, then 6. I would usually start off, thinking, with the sets of 2 even, that, there's no way I'm going to be able to maintain or build up to the ability to do 6 with this, with the way that it felt. But again, it's written this way for a reason. You're getting the work in. You're doing a kind of a medium heavy squat day on day 1, so you can recover from what you did at the end of the previous week, and so you can help get more reps in and progress through that way. So have confidence in the progression of it, and I'm confident that all of you guys will make it through, and we'll be good to go there. But that's all for this week, guys. Again, hopefully you guys had a happy holiday season, and welcome to 2017. I'll see you guys next week. Take care.